Hello everybody, we are team Carpediam from iFEEL College, the batch of 1570, and we have been given a project of making a smart city, and our smart city is Chandrapur. So taking towards the city. So this is the map of the city, and the whole Chandrapur is spread across 11,444 kilometers square, and city has a population of more than 21 lakhs. The people who are below poverty line over here are only 13.36%, and the growth rate of the Chandrapur is 5.64. So the city has a very big thermal plant, which is very essential for the city. And furthermore, I would like to invite my colleague to explain.
So why we have chosen Chandrapur as a smart city? There are a few reasons for that. The first reason is the literacy rate. The literacy rate in Chandrapur is high, very high. So the people in the smart city will be able to sustain the city. They will be able to understand the amenities and why we are using that. Second thing is the sex ratio of female to male. The sex ratio of female to male is also good in Chandrapur, which will help us for our women empowerment program. And third thing is we have great reserves of coal in Chandrapur. So we will be able to generate power and supply power to cities nearby. So we will generate revenue there. And the next point is that we have a super thermal power plant which produces large amount of electricity not only to Chandrapur but also to whole Maharashtra. So this is a plus point for us. Then we have a tourism center here. We have two main spots. The first one is the Tadoba National Reserve, National Park, where people from various parts of the countries come to see tigers. Then there is a second place called Anandban. It is a place where Dr. Prakash Baba Amte has kept animals like his family members. So people come to see there also. Then we have a then my next point will be explained by my colleague Prithviraj.
So furthermore, I would like to explain how we are going to develop this city in the next 5-year plan. So starting with the first year, which will be retrofitting. From the retrofitting, for the first year, we are going to develop those areas which were already there but not developed. So going to the prototype, I would like to explain you in the first year, we are going to improve the schools, colleges over there, hospitals. We are going to make the rehabilitation center over there as which is necessary. There are few over there, but we are going to provide with them more and better rehabilitation center. As the government has banned liquor over there, and this is a huge problem, so we are going to provide them rehabilitation center. We are going to provide them with condom vending machines and also society halls for Naxalites. As Naxalite is a big problem for the Chandrapur city, as this area is not as developed as it should be till now because of the Naxalites. So we are going to provide them with society halls, which will be a very essential part of involving them in the development of the city. And in the second year, which will be redevelopment, in the redevelopment, we are going to provide them with the facilities which were not there earlier. So we are going to provide them female public gathering areas, which is very important. We are going to provide them with public toilets, which are very less there. And as you know, the literacy rate is very high, which we know is par up to 83%. And that's why we are going to provide them with public libraries, which are very essential for the students of that area. Then furthermore, for making the city pollution free, as there are coal mines and there are super thermal plants, we are providing them with these hoardings. These hoardings are not going to provide them with advertising, but are very essential to reduce pollution. These hoardings has air filters which are going to suck in polluted airs and you are going to release the pure air. These filters will have sponges which will consume the polluted air and will be changed in every 6 months. On the top of this, there are cameras which are going to help us in surveillance and to reduce the crime. And in year 2, we also provide them with these solar panels. So these road lights will work on solar panels, as this is very essential for this city to make smart. And the third, which is greenfield. For the greenfield development, what we are going to do is we are going to provide them with Volvo buses, which will learn on both electricity and fuel, which is very essential to increase the tourism in this area. And after this, we are going to provide them with wastewater treatment, which is also going to generate electricity. This wastewater treatment will be explained to you in detail.
Okay, so we will understand this wastewater treatment plant with the help of the diagram on the chart. So please can you make it horizontal? Okay. So basically the human waste will come into the sludge. Then it will go to the dryer tubes where the solid waste will be separated because it has weight. So it will come down, and water vapor content will go up to the liquid separator. Where if any light solid particles are there, that will be separated. Only pure water will go into the superheater. Here the water will be converted into steam, 100% steam, which will go to the steam turbines. It will run the steam turbines, and that in turn will produce electricity through generator. And water vapor content which is left further, it will pass through the filters, and that will be used as a drinking water. So it will solve the purpose of drinking water and also generate electricity. And solid waste which is coming down, it will collect as a dry waste, and it will further go to the fire chamber where it will be disposed of. So wastewater treatment waste will also be taken care of. That is why it is called omni processor, because we are doing three activities: generating electricity, generating water for drinking, and treating the waste. Further will be explained by Prithviraj.
So this was the one part of the third year. Further in the third year, we will to provide them with cyber cafes, and which cyber cafes will be there in the city, and students can work and go and work over there. And with that, we are going to provide them with these kind of parks, which will not only have greenery and will reduce the pollution, but also these parks will be having Wi-Fi, so people who have Wi-Fi enabled cell phones and laptops can come over here and work. And we are also going to provide them with a technology which combines a bottle which has bleach and water in it, and these bottles could be put in homes in the morning, and those homes can have electricity by just bleach and water. Now the fourth phase is pan city development. In the pan city development, what we are going to do is provide them with these e-rickshaws. So these e-rickshaws are going to reduce the pollution way further, and we are going to e-rickshaws instead of the rickshaws which will be running on fuel. We will decrease the pollution, and we are also going to these hoardings will also have a pollution meter which will tell them how much the pollution is in the city, so they get motivated to reduce the pollution. And all this thing will be done with sustainable development. So as this sustainable development, so as the factories will be growing and the area will be having more of development, we will also develop the residential area and provide them with more greenery, and we will try to balance the growth with the environment.
We have a plus point to support our smart city plan. That is, Chandrapur has a huge industry in Chandrapur. So to support the logistics of the industry, we have a huge cargo airport in Nagpur. So that will support our industry and industry logistics.
So let me tell you about the pest analysis of Chandrapur city. So firstly, talking about the political stability in Chandrapur is not that strong because it's a Naxalite area, and Naxalites are not open to any changes in their city. So politicians or any government intervention there is very difficult to make. So politically, it's not that stable. Now, going further, I'll talk about the economical sector of that city. Economically, it is strong as there are industries, and they are providing with them with employment. But still, there is a diversity in the income level and the status of living, and it is not very good over there. So those areas which are industrially oriented and developed are good, but those areas which are not that developed and are Naxalites area are not that developed. And further going on, let me tell you about socially. Chandrapur is not that strong as I've told you. There's a diversity, so there are areas which are industrial are very much developed, and there are good societies, schools, and homes. But again, there are areas which are not that developed because there are smaller schools, there is pollution, there are people living in not good conditions. And if I talk about the technological part, technologically it is not at all good because there is no such technology implemented till now in Chandrapur which could help them to make the city better. Only the industrial area which is developed for the layman, there is no such technology which can help them to improve. And then talking about the environmental area, environmentally it is in worse condition as the pollution, the air is rising day by day because of the thermal power plants, the coal mines, and also the cement factories. There is too much amount of sand in the air which is causing problem in the lungs. So it is a very difficult situation for Chandrapur. to stabilize itself environmentally. Not talking about the legally. Legally, there is a strong action which police takes because there are small crimes which keep on happening. There are shootings, there are murders because of the Naxalites being over there. They don't like anybody to intervene in this society, and that makes our plan to implement a smart city over there more difficult. So legally, it is being trying to become stronger as police is trying to make things normal. So this was the pest analysis of Chandrapur city. Thank you.
So the sources of income for people see, in the Chandrapur are first is the industry source. That is there are cement industries, paper mills, and coal mines. So they produce a large amount of employment. Then there is a scope of employment in thermal power plants, which also requires large number of human capital. Then there is a source of another source of income is tourism. The Tadoba National Park is there in Chandrapur, which has a huge scope of employment for tourism. So these are some of the broad sectors in which provide employment for the people of Chandrapur.